Hello everybody, and in today's video I've got this 4 Plus set here, the Rogue Drix car race duel, and we're going to be building it up, having a little review, and then hopefully trying to modify Jay's car here to make it a bit higher quality, a bit more better than 4 Plus. So to start with, let's open it up and see what's inside. So I've got 2 bags. I didn't know if they were going to be numbered or not, but they are. Bag 1 and bag 2 obviously. And then I've got instructions and the extra parts. To be fair, this is the second 4 Plus set I've ever actually got. I don't get them often, obviously, because I'm not really the target demographic, but I sort of wanted the Nia figure and the Rogue mask, so I thought I may as well. And the builds aren't awful, and as I said, I do plan on modifying it, and I thought you'd get a bit of a fun video out of it. So let's start building them up. So we've just finished bag 1. It did not take long at all. We got Drix's car here, which is actually not too bad considering it's a 4 Plus set. Obviously, there's a lot of big parts for the bottom and everything, but it's actually not that bad. And I really think it only requires a few extra parts to sort of modify. And this Nia minifigure is very nice. Finally glad to have her. And then, so now it's time to start Jay. But as I noticed as I was looking in the bag, you see the Technic pin here. I thought that was a coincidence. It was just automatically just in there. But if you see here, the Technic pins are already attached to the tyres, and I don't know if this is a common 4 Plus thing set or common for 4 Plus sets, but I thought it was a pretty weird detail that they don't include Technic pins on there, and I'll have to see what that's like once I've opened up the bag. So I've just finished the set, and as expected, it was pretty basic. It's just a lot of big parts as you'd expect from 4 Plus. The wheels on Jay's cars really confused me, as this Technic pin can't come out and the wheels were pre-attached, which I didn't even notice. And yeah, the set, they've got these flick fire missiles, which I think, oh, my finger got in the way there, which are actually pretty powerful compared to the old ones. Yeah, and I think overall it's a decent set for what you get in a 4 Plus set. I don't think you can really complain. As I said, the main reason I got the set was sort of these 2 figures here to add to the collection, as Jay's got an exclusive mask, and this Nia variant is only exclusive to the Bounty, so I still do want the mask, but this will do for now. And yeah, so I think the main focus of the video is going to be sort of upgrading Jay's car, but we might add a few small modifications to Drix's, but I don't care as much for Drix because I feel like he's not a part of the Forbidden 5. He doesn't really need a car. They just sort of gave this for Jay something to fight, whereas I think I could make a pretty nice model using some of these parts for Jay. So let's get started. So what we've got here is I've started taking apart the car, ready to sort of modify it a bit. I quite like the front bit here. I've removed this plate because I think I'm going to try and have Jay a bit lower down, so the cockpit, I'm going to build a cockpit into it so it can sort of cover him up. So the only issue there was I need to find some other pieces that can fit in there to sort of keep him covered up. And yeah, I think these are flick fire missiles, which are originally at the front. I'm going to move to the back to try and keep it like a low design where it gets bigger towards the back, like so, and then try and incorporate this printed tile a bit further towards the front. So it's time to start building. So after a few days of sort of fiddling with it, messing around, changing my design, this is what I came up with, and I'm actually really happy with it. It took a while for it to grow on me because originally I had a different cockpit. Let me just show you what it was like before. But yeah, originally it had this cockpit, which is sort of the more rectangular design. And then, but I felt that felt quite gappy on the side, so I didn't like it. So I found one of my old mocks, the Razor Crest, with a bit of a play on words on the Razor Crest there. And I found this cockpit. I realised this one never really fully suited it. So I thought, you know, let's experiment. And I actually ended up swapping them around. And I think it ended up improving both of the builds. I think, obviously, it's not about this set, it's not about the video, but I think this fits a lot nicer, like a bit like more sleek like that. And then I also think the bubble design fits this set a lot better, as I think it matches sort of the roundness of the sides here, the roundness of the front, and how it all sort of builds up. So I think by changing that design on this, it ended up improving it a lot more. There's still a small gap, but it's a lot less noticeable. With the printed tile, I added a bit of a spoiler on the front, a bit like an F1 car, because I felt ending the vehicle with those, so as you see on the original one here, I've got the picture for reference, those 2 gold tiles, I didn't like the way they were incorporated, as it felt like a cut off from the thing. So with this, I feel like it all sort of flows down a lot nicer and having that lower to the front, because I felt in the original it was quite bulky around the edges. Also, I managed to get the flick-fire missiles at the back of the set, which is what I wanted, as I didn't like them being really chunky at the front. So I think the way it sort of fits in with the back bit there is quite subtle, where you can still manage to fire it like so, without really any consequences and without the thing breaking. I added some extra parts at the back to sort of smooth it, round it out a bit, and also make it look a bit streamlined. The base pretty much stayed the same with this curved piece at the front, and then this 1x8, I believe, because I just thought Jay sort of fits this. He fit in a way where I didn't need any additional parts to sort of make him fit. There's a lot of rounds. I tried to make it a quite smooth design, so there's not really many studs showing other than these ones here and a few on the side. So yeah, I think it was quite easy to modify, and as I said, I've got the tiles here at the front. I think I added this extra piece in, as I said, because the way the printed tile were to be there, it wouldn't fit alongside these sloped ones. So yeah, I think it all does flow quite nicely. Then the Drix's car, I never got around to modifying. I never said I don't believe I said I was going to properly modify this set anyway. All I said I was going to add one piece to the front. And to be totally honest, I couldn't find that piece. It's sort of like the spoiler, I don't know if it's the spoiler, I don't know the technical term for it, but like that part of the car, I'll try and find a picture of it and put it up on screen now. But yeah, as I said, so I wanted that for my for the front design, but obviously couldn't really get it. So yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with how Jay's car's turned out. I think it's an improvement on the original. I'm glad I actually managed to get a cockpit piece. I'm glad I managed to move the shooters to the back. And I'm glad I sort of made it like a streamlined design, how it flows down. So yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. Tell me what you think of this this mock in the comments, or modification in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.